Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So we got our very last trailer for the Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft Tomb Raider anime thing that's coming out on Netflix. And it's okay. There's some stuff I like. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. It has inconsistent animation. Some of the action looks really good. Then it looks a little choppy. Then they throw in this weird 3D stuff. And some of it clashes. What I really, really don't like is the weapons. They get them wrong. Like, really bad. Some of the stuff looks okay. Some of the other, like, the weapons are like, what is, especially the firearms. It's like, oh my goodness. What weapons did they use for reference here? They're just... Like the sights on this gun, they're like built into it's just weird. But we see, it looks like it's going to be one overarching storyline. There's like these red and green crystals that this guy has. And I don't know if they can control people or control animals or something. But I'm thinking it's some type of mind control, because in the previous trailer, we saw one where Lara was like all had red eyes and she's like killing people and stuff. Then there's like another lady in this trailer that's like one of the bad guys, and she has the glowing red eyes. So I'm assuming this crystal has some type of like maybe aggression, makes you like more aggressive or something. And again, this is just all my speculation. But we hear Laura's voice in this, and she sounds nice. She has a very nice British. It's that nice British voice, not that very, hackneyed, disgusting British voice. But I guess she's going to be tracking down this guy. There's a lot of the mystical stuff. Again, in the comments below, do you like it where there's actual magic and it's like actual mysticism? Or do you like it better when there's like a scientific explanation where you see all these things and it's just like an illusion that was created by like an alien device that made people think that these things were ghosts and skeleton monsters, and there was just like holographic, projections? Because they've done both in Tomb Raiders. And the newest Tomb Raiders, I haven't played the games in a long time. They're really good games. But there was stuff where it's like, oh, this guy was like a kind of like a Jesus figure, and he could like heal people and bring people back to life and do all the, the miracles. But I guess it was done through like an alien technology. So it wasn't like magic. This seems like magic. There's like a shadow monster. And see, I don't know if this is actually happening. If this is happening in her head, or if this is like some type of alien technology, then since it's so foreign to us, it just seems like magic. But like things like statues are moving and it's just weird. So I don't know. There's a scene where she like falls through a wall, but it looks like a fake sky, and she like falls through the sky. I'm thinking that a lot of this is like in her head. Like some machine makes her like escape to her mind, and she has to like battle her way out, and it's like how she overcomes or something. I don't know. It's weird. I do like her friends from the game. Jonah's a cool guy. He's like I like him. Jonah's a badass. He's so cool. I don't see any of the other characters. Just Jonah, no one else so far. There's like some black dude. I don't remember who that is. But I'm assuming these stones are the main the MacGuffin of the series. Also, in the beginning, she like cracks open a safe, and it reminds me so much of Carmen Sandiego. The Netflix Carmen Sandiego. Go watch that. It's amazing. Watch my reviews of that show. One of my favorite cartoons in the recently that came out in the last like 10 to 15 years. It just really, really impressed me all the way through. This has slightly more mature themed Carmen Sandiego. That's what it feels like. This blonde chick, you see her, like they're like friends. I don't remember her in the games. So I don't know if she's like a character that they brought. And when I say the games, I mean the new games, the ones that the last 3 that came out. But I don't know who this is, but I'm assuming they're going to be in love with each other. There's no way that they're not in lesbians with each other. Like it has to be, or it needs to be, or it's going to be a Lara has like a girl crush on her, #girlwood. So it's just odd. But we see more of these creatures and everything, like, monsters, and I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know. I need to see how it plays out in the actual story. Then there's the ridiculousness. There's some scenes that are supposed to be cool, but I just laughed my butt off because it's so stupid. And they show this in the other trailer too. They must be really proud of this scene where Jonah like throws her a shotgun. The shotgun looks like crap. It looks like it's an inch thick and weighs nothing. They get the weapons so wrong in this. This shotgun looks like it might be a 412. Like, no, a 410. Where it's just like this really small, like, youth shotgun, like meant for like children to teach them how to do like trap shooting. But she grabs it in the air, then spins. Like, she didn't catch it while she was spinning. She caught it, then spins. In some kind of impossible anti-gravity feat. It's really stupid. And she has your finger on the trigger the whole time. Very dangerous. Then, the biggest sin of all. If you didn't know, I love firearms. I love guns. I shoot guns. I've been shooting them my whole life. Ever since I was like 13 years old, I started out on my dad's 38 Colt Detective Special. That's what he carried when he was an officer. And yeah, and ever since then, I've been enamored with firearms. So a lot of these guns look really blocky and stupid looking. And what is Lara Croft's like iconic weapon? Her 1911s. And you see this black dude, he's like this snazzy dresser. I like the way he looks like he belongs in Saints Row. He's cool looking. I like how he's got a lot of style. He's like, oh, I brought you something. And then it's her 1911s. But they look really small. Like, they look like they could be, kind of reminds me of the Springfield Emissaries. They're 9mm. They're 1911 style guns, but they're chambered in 9mm. So they're smaller. They got a smaller grip. That's what these look like. But we all know she's rocking old school 1911s that shoot 45 ACP. But these look like tiny versions. I think they do that because Lara is a woman, so she's not going to be big. So those guns would look ridiculously big in her hands, but that's how big guns are. There was the last Terminator film, the garbage Terminator film that came out, where they had that little girl and she was supposed to be like this badass and like training her with guns, but the guns looked so clown shoes big in her hands because she was a little lady, so they looked really big in her hands. And I'm thinking they were trying to avoid that, but you either going to make Lara look goofy for having such big handguns, or you're going to make the handguns look goofy for being so tiny in her hands. Like, these are little tiny 1911s. And I can tell from the way that this is done that these were 1911s that had fiber optic sights. Because you see that little 3 ridges in the front, there's going to be a fiber optic pipe in the middle, usually red or green. And here, you don't see the fiber optic pipe. You just see like the 3 little lines. Then the worst. This is so bad. It made me go, ugh. Like I almost threw up in my mouth. There's no front sight. It's just the 3 little ridges and no front sight. And it's a straight on shot. Like, you can see down the barrel. And then she closes one eye, which is, you don't do that. When you start to learn to shoot, if you're doing very aimed shots where you're shooting at paper and you can do that, but you really should train with both eyes open. But yeah, look at this. You don't see the rear sight. You just see the 3 little like kind of ridges. And yeah, it's awful. It is god awfully bad. I know I'm really harping on the firearms here, but I'm a firearms guy, and most of the firearms in this look terribly stupid. But I will still check this out because there's some of it still looks good. She looks amazing in that dress. There's like a part where she's like driving a car and she's wearing like this like purple blue dress thing. Oh my god, she's gorgeous. And I always say this every time. Yes, this version of Lara, her boobs aren't as big as the original version, but she's still supermodel beautiful, and that's good enough for me. Like, I'm glad they didn't make her look like a, some type of freak person. But she is still very, very, very gorgeous, and I will defend that to the day I die. This version of Lara got in right before the complete insane uglification of all females. Like, they made her more badass, more stoic and everything, but she was still pretty. If these games would have been made now, like if they would have remade those Tomb Raider games today, she would be god-awfully ugly. But thank God she's not. It helps. It makes people want to watch it. People like looking at people that are attractive. I know that like hurts people's feelings, but that's the way it is. I know, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. But yeah, it comes out pretty soon. I'll definitely check this out, and we'll see if it lives up to what the games are. Good games. Are they the most amazing games ever? No, but they're good, solid action adventure games, and that's all I'm really expecting out of this. Just a solid action adventure. Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.